Good morning everyone, my name is Sri Shisham from CSC MLD section. Today we are discussing about the topic collision in computer networks in our subject computer networks. Now we are going to explain about the introduction to network collisions. Network collisions occurs when two or more devices attempts to send data over the same network channel simultaneously. These collisions can lead to data loss and necessitate retransmission, impact network efficiency. Understanding low collision happens is essential for designing reversed network system. Here, the network collisions, it has two or more devices and it sends the data to the same network and it happens in simultaneously. There are some disadvantages that it leads to data loss and the necessitate retransmission and impact network efficiency. In the collision Ethernet originally used a shared colli- coaxial cable. If hosts transmits at the same time, there is a collision. Lateral network used two hubs and UTP cable, but the medium is still shared and collision occurs. Here simply we can say that network devices are attempts in the simultaneously. This collision and it leads to the data loss and understanding how collision happens is essential for the designing reverse network system. Now what is collision? A collision in network refers to the event where multiple devices transfer data at the same time. Here the here the devices are there, two or more devices are there, and it transmits some data at the same time. It transmits some data in simultaneously, and it is known as the collision. The result of a collision is corrupted data packet that cannot be correctly received by the intent receipt. Here you can see that the example, there are two computers PC1 and PC2, and at the middle it has a hub, and we can say that it is a device, and we have that PC3 computer 3. From the two computers they have some data from computer 1 and computer 2 attached to some hub, and both data is passed simultaneously to from PC1 PC2 to PC3. Here the data is passed simultaneously. It's called the collision. We can say that it's a collision. The result of a collision is corrupted data packet that cannot be correctly received by the intent recipient. Collisions are particularly common in shared media networks like Ethernet. Causes of network collision. Here some of the causes like disadvantages, or we can say that it causes simply. Collision typically occurs in network using a shared transmission medium. When devices do not use collision detection or avoidance mechanism, the, like, the likelihood of collision increases. When device doesn't participate in the collision detection and avoidance, we can say that collision will be increases. High network traffic also elevates the chances of multiple devices attempting to transmit simultaneously. Here some high network traffic will happen when the multiple devices attempts simultaneously. Collision detection protocol. Here the how we detect the collision protocols. Collision detection protocols are designed to identify when a collision has occurred. Collision detection is identifies when collision is occurred. The most well-known protocol for the collision detection is carrier sense multiple access with collision detection. Now we can simply say that CSMES or CD. These protocols helps minimize data loss by allowing devices to read and retransmit after a collision is detected. Now collision avoidance mechanisms. when collision is occurred. Now, how we identify the avoidance in the collision? Collision avoidance mechanisms aims to prevent collisions before they occur. Here, avoidance we identify the avoidance before collision occurs. Here, the detection is identified by after they occur. Carrier sends multiple access to collision avoidance is a common approach used in wireless networks. By implementing back-off algorithms, devices can reduce the chances of overlapping transmission. Here, collision avoidance system competing controls to prevent collision. Impact of collision on network performance. Now, how the collision impact on our computer networks. Collisions can significantly decrease the overall performance of your network. Increased collision leads to more retransmissions, which consumes bandwidth and delay data delivery. In heavily congested networks, the performance can suffer to the point of becoming unusable. The symptoms of network collision. Common symptoms of network collision include slow data transfer rate and transmitter connectivity issues. There are some symptoms in the network collisions. The symptoms are simply we can say that the data will be slow, and we can see that some issues is when we connect something. User may experience frequent disconnections and timeouts when accessing network resource. Network devices may report expensive error rates or transmission due to collision. Now, what tools we use when detect our collision? Tools for detecting collision. Network monitoring tools can help to identify collision occurrence and their frequency. Tools like Wireshark analyze traffic and can show collision-related issues in real time. Network administrator can use performance metrics to troubleshoot and optimize network designs. Here we use some tools like monitoring tools, and it helps in collision occurrence, and Wireshark, and it is used as a traffic in the real time, and the network administrator can use the performance measures including the troubleshoot. Collision domains. A collision domain is a network segment where data packets can collide with each other. Reducing the size of the collision domains can significantly improve network performance. Switches rather than hubs helps to create the separate collision domains with connectivity. Here the hub is used for to help in separate of the collision. Here there are the PC1 and PC2. There are a different data and which is a different collisions. And hub is used to the command both data, and it is passed to the PC3, which is the computer 3. The both the data is passing to the PC3. Ethernet and collision. Ethernet was one of the first network technologies to experience a collision due to its shared media. Here the Ethernet we use for, and it is a new technology, and it is experiencing collision due to its shared media. In traditional Ethernet networks using hubs, collision very frequently occurrence. Modern Ethernet network using switches have largely mitigated collision issues. Wireless networks and collision. Wireless networks face unique challenges with collision due to the nature of radio communication. Inference and overlapping signs can increases the likelihood of the data collision. Here are some of the best practices to minimize collisions, and what's the case study? Case studies. So here case studies in the collision corporate networks. A corporate network faced frequent slowdowns due to high collision rates on the shared Ethernet segments. By transition to switcher networks architecture, collision domains were minimized. Here the future of collision management. As a network involves a lead effective collision management with continuous creations, continued involvement network protocol with further enhanced collision avoidance and detection. Thank you.